Hi students, welcome in Jizamata Academy. Today we are going to learn a new topic, that is construction and working of electric motor for 10th standard from part 1. So you all know that construction and working of electric motor, it is very important point. So questions on this topic, these are asked for 5 marks, like with a neat label diagram, explain the construction and working of an electric motor, or question may be asked in another way, like what is electric motor? Explain the structure of electric motor with well labeled diagram, or a figure of electric motor may be given to you and 5 different questions are asked on this topic, as construction of which equipment does the diagram show, on which principle does this equipment work, according to which law does the coil ABCD rotate, write the law in your own words, and where is this equipment used. So in this video, I'm going to explain you, I'm going to answer you all these questions in systematic way. First of all, let's see what is electric motor. So you all know that when we turn on a fan, electrical energy, we are supplying electrical energy to the fan, and this fan, it starts to rotate. That is, this electrical energy, it is converted into mechanical energy. So changes a device that changes electrical energy into mechanical energy is called as electric motor. So a device changing electrical energy into mechanical energy is known as electric motor. A device changing electrical energy into mechanical energy is known as electric motor. So you all must wonder about this, that is, how does it work? How does electric motor work? How does it happen? When we just switch on a button, the fan starts to rotate. So before going to working, we must know what is the electric motor made of. So let's see the components of electric motor. Electric motor consists of 5 different components, as conducting copper wire, a magnet, split rings, axle, and carbon brushes. So the construction of electric motor, it is very simple. It consists of 5 different components: conducting copper wire, magnet, split rings, axle, and carbon brushes. So let's see how these components are arranged. Construction of electric motor. So while writing construction of electric motor, you have to first draw the figure of electric motor. So first component, conducting wire. So the electric motor consists of a rectangular loop of wire, copper wire having resistive coating. So this electric motor, it consists of a rectangular loop. It is not a circular loop. It is a rectangular loop of copper wire, and this copper wire, it is having a resistive coating. Next component, magnet. So as shown in the figure, this rectangular loop, it is placed between the north pole and south pole of a magnet, such as a horseshoe magnet, in such a way that the branches AB and CD, these are perpendicular to the magnetic field. So we can see in the figure, that is AB and CD of branches of the copper wire, these are perpendicular to the magnetic field. Third component, split rings. Split ring. Split means broken, 2 parts. So a ring having two, that is broken into 2 parts, it is split ring. So split rings, this is X and Y. These are split rings. You can see here a ring. It appears that a ring is broken into 2 parts. 2 different parts of ring. That is split ring. So the two ends of the loop are connected to the two halves X and Y of the split ring. Two ends of the loop, that is this loop A, B, C, D, these A and D points, these are attached to the split rings at X and Y. So two ends of the loop are connected to the two halves of the split ring. Next, axle. So this rod, it is called as axle. The two halves of the ring have resistive coating on their inner surfaces and are tightly fitted on the axle. The two halves of the split ring, these are having resistive coating on their inner surface, and from the inner surface these are bound to the axle, tightly fitted on the axle. So why these are having resistive coating on inner surfaces? This resistive coating, it prevents flow of current. This resistive coating, it prevents flow of current from outside. So split rings, they are carrying the current. We all know that split rings, these are carrying electric current. If as this split rings, these are in contact with the axle, they may pass this electric current to the axle also, and the complete electric motor will give a shock as we touch it. And therefore, to prevent this shock, a resistive coating, it is provided on inner surface of the split rings, and these split rings, these are tightly fitted on the axle. As the split rings will rotate, the axle will also rotate. Last component, carbon brushes E and F. Two halves of the split ring X and Y have their outer conducting surfaces in contact with the two stationary carbon brushes E and F respectively. So here is a point to be noted, that is, some components in the electric motor, these are rotating, and some components, these are stationary. Rotating components are loop, this loop ABCD, it is going to rotate. Along with this loop, split rings will also rotate, and split rings, these are attached to the axle, and therefore this axle will also rotate. But these carbon brushes, these are stationary, because these carbon brushes, these are a joint between this rotating conducting wire and stationary conducting wire. This wire which is connected to the battery, it is stationary wire, while this looped wire, it is rotating wire. It will start to rotate as soon as current will start to flow through this. And therefore these carbon brushes, these are joint between, they act as a joint between stationary and rotating conducting wires. So carbon brushes, these are stationary, they do not rotate. Let's see working of electric motor. Now we have completed the construction of electric motor. I think it is clear to all of you that it consists of 5 different components: conducting wire, that is conducting copper wire, which is having a resistive coating. This copper wire, it is in a form of rectangular loop. This rectangular loop, it is placed in between north pole and south pole of a magnet, such as a horseshoe magnet, in such a way that the branches AB and CD, these are perpendicular to the magnetic field. These two ends of the loop, these are attached to the two ends of split rings. These split rings, they are having a resistive coating on the inner surface, and these are tightly bound to the axle from inner side. And from outer surface of the split rings, these are attached to stationary carbon brushes. So this is all about construction of electric motor. These carbon brushes, these are as usual as a normal circuit, these are attached to the with the help of a conducting wire, these are attached to the battery, and a plug key is placed here. As soon as we place the plug key, the electric motor starts to work. So let's see how does it work. So when the circuit is completed as shown in figure, current flows in the branch AB of the loop from A to B when through carbon brushes E and F. So as soon as we place plug key in here, current will start to flow from positive terminal to negative terminal from branches E to A, B, C, D, and then F, and then will return back to the battery. So likewise, when current reaches at carbon brush E, it will enter into the rectangular loop. And from this loop, it will start to flow from A to B in branch AB. So according to Fleming's left-hand rule, a force is being acted as soon as current is starting to flow through AB. We all know that when current flows through a conductor, magnetic field is produced around it. And when such a conductor is placed in another magnetic field, a force is exerted on such a conductor. So this branch AB will also feel a force, and this force we can determine by using Fleming's left-hand rule. So let's see Fleming's left-hand rule and determine the direction of force for this situation. So if we stretch our thumb, index finger and middle finger, our thumb indicates the direction of electric current. So in this electric motor, current is flowing as ABCD, and the direction of electric current through branch AB is in upward direction. So our thumb, it is showing the direction of electric current. Magnetic field is from north to south, It is perpendicular to the direction of the electric current. So according to Fleming's rule, outward pull and outward force which will act on this conductor, which will pull this AB branch in downward direction. It will push this AB branch in downward direction. According to Fleming's left hand rule, current in the branch AB, it is flowing in upward direction. Magnetic field is from north to south, and therefore this AB branch, it will be pulled in downward direction because of the force acting on it. On the same time, on the other hand, current in the branch CD, it is flowing in downward direction. Current in the branch CD, it is flowing in downward direction, and now the left hand rule again changes. That is, the condition again changes, direction of the force will change. As the current, it is flowing in downward direction, magnetic field is from north to south, a force in upward direction, it will act on it. A force in upward direction will act on branch CD. On branch AB, it is acting in downward direction, while on branch CD, it is acting in upward direction. So now current has reached up to CD, and thus the loop and the axle start rotating in anti-clockwise direction, because AB, it is being pulled in downward direction, and CD, it is being pulled in upward direction, and because of this movement, it will start to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. The loop and the axle start to rotate in anti-clockwise direction because of this force which is being exerted due to magnetic field. After half rotation, that is after the loop completes, reaches up to point D, the two halves of the split ring X and Y come in contact with the carbon brushes E and F respectively. So after every half rotation, we can see in the picture, that is after every half rotation, the split rings, they come in the contact with the stationary carbon brushes, and the current in the loop starts flowing in the opposite direction. So because of the contact between these carbon brushes and split rings, current reverses its direction of flow. Current flows in opposite direction. Earlier, current was flowing from A, B, C, D. But now it has changed its path. It has changed its direction because these split rings are coming in contact with the carbon brushes. Carbon brushes, these are stationary, and split rings, these are rotating in anti-clockwise direction. So after every half rotation, this split ring, X split ring will come in contact with the F carbon brush, and Y split ring, it will come in contact with the E carbon brush. And therefore, due to rotation, due to change in the split rings, the current in the circuit will also start to flow in opposite direction. It will start to flow in opposite direction because split rings, pairing of the carbon brushes and split rings, it has been changed. Earlier X split ring was attached to E carbon brush, and Y split ring, it was attached to F carbon brush. But after half rotation, due to force exerted on the conductor, this loop, it has been changed and it has completed half rotation, and due to this half rotation, the split rings from X position, X split ring, it has come to F, and Y split ring, it has come to E position, E carbon brushes. And due to this crossing, electric current, direction of the electric current, it has been changed, and now electric current will flow as DC, B, A. And therefore the direction of electric current, it has been changed. Electric current flows in opposite direction. Therefore a force is exerted on branch DC in downward direction. As the direction of electric current is changed, DC will feel downward pull and AB will feel upward pull. And because of this continuous movement, this electric motor, that is this loop, it starts to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. It continues to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. So therefore a force is exerted on the branch DC in downward direction. As the direction of the current is changed, it has become opposite. Earlier in DC branch, it was feeling a force which was in upward direction, but due to change in the current, it is now feeling force in downward direction, and AB, it is feeling force in upward direction. So the forces, these are changed because branches have been changed. AB was here and CD was here, but now due to half rotation they have changed their places. CD is here at the place of AB and AB is at the place of CD. So CD will force the same, CD will feel the force same as the AB and it will be pulled in downward direction, while AB will feel the force same as the CD as it is at the place of CD in upward direction. And because of this, it will start to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. It will continue to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. So thus the current in the loop is reversed after each half rotation. After each half rotation, it will continue. That is the pairing between split ring and carbon brushes. This rotation, it is occurring due to pairing of the split rings and carbon brushes. As the pair is changing, direction of current is also changing. And the split rings are actually moving. Split rings are actually rotating with the loop. And carbon brushes, these are stationary. If carbon brushes were also rotating along with the split ring, would the direction of electric current change? Yes? No. Because carbon brushes are stationary, these are not moving, these are not going anywhere. But split rings, these are moving. Split rings, these are moving, and therefore the pairing of split ring and carbon brushes, it is changing continuously, and because of this change, the direction of electric current, it is also changing. And therefore the loop and the axle continue to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. So during working of electric motor, you have to remember this, that electric current, the direction of electric current changes after every half rotation, but the loop and the axle continue to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. They do not change their direction of rotation. They continue to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. So I think construction and working of electric motor, it is clear to all of you. You have to remember all this, that how does it happen? So it is happening because of the change in the direction of split ring, or a change in the pairing of split ring and carbon brushes. Because of this, the current changes, and due to the change in current, the loop and the axle starts to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. They continue to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. Let's see last point, that is application of electric motor. Where electric motor is used? So you all know that around us in our day-to-day life, an electric motor is a boon. Electric motor, it is used in each and every equipment that we use in our day-to-day life. So it is used in fans, refrigerators, mixers, mixer grinders, washing machines, computers, pumps, etc. So electric motor, it is a boon for us. The instruments that we use for our purposes, daily need, they all instruments, they are using the electric motor. So we must know, it is necessary for us to know how does this electric motor work, what is construction of this electric motor, and therefore the construction and working of this electric motor, it is very important from the point of view of exam. So a question is being frequently asked to you, why are carbon brushes used and how do these work? Why are carbon brushes used and how do these work? So you can see in the figure, why are carbon brushes used? Can anyone? You have to write the answer in comment also. I have given the answer to you. A carbon brush is a small part of motor that conduct electrical current between stationary wire and rotating wire of a motor or generator. So carbon brush, we can see here this black portion, this carbon brush, it is a small part of the motor. Okay, small motor is a small part that conducts electrical current between this stationary conductor, stationary wire, and this rotating wire. So it is a joint between stationary and rotating wire. Also, it is responsible for changing the course of current in the conductors during the rotation process. So also it is responsible for change of current. I have already mentioned it, that these carbon brushes, as these are stationary, these are responsible for change of current, direction of the current. If they were also moving, the direction of current would not change, and this working of electric motor would not be possible. So because of this continuous change in direction, this loop and the axle, these are continuously moving in anti-clockwise direction. So here we have completed the construction and working and application of electric motor. I hope I have cleared all the point about construction and working of electric motor. If you like our videos, subscribe our channel, press like and share our videos. Thank you very much.